Vasudeva Sutam Devam Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadguru. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, I salute Bhagavan Sri Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, and the destroyer of the demons, Kamsa and Chanura, the darling son of Mother Devaki, the Guru of the universe and the Lord of the universe. We salute him again and again. So we are back to our reading on the Bhagavat, and we are on this book number 4, chapter 29, and we were in the verse number 55. We ended. We are today on the 56th. So we have read this part. This what happens to the karma. So the question came on the verse number 56. He's asking Narada Rishi, say, O great one, what you have told me, I have listened to carefully and understood. My own teachers probably didn't know anything about these truths, otherwise, why did not they instruct me? I have heard it said by the Vedic scholars that the body with which the Vedic rites are performed here perishes here itself, and that the individual enjoys the fruits of his actions through another body generated by the results of these works. It is difficult to understand how the results of works done by one body can be enjoyed by another body. So here is the question. Question is that you in Vedic time you do some homo fire, jagna, and after that jagna you get the result. But you did jagna here, and you will get the result after death. So after death, then it is another body. When you die, this body does not remain. So how the work done by one body can be enjoyed by another body? It does not make a sense. You did a good karma, so you should reap the result in this body, no? But you did a good karma which will give fruit in the next life. And next life there is a different body. This body is gone. But this body did the work. Then how the other body will enjoy it? It does not make. You did good karma, you will enjoy it. That's the thing. We understand. But work done through one body, how it can be enjoyed by another body. And after death, naturally, we are not in this body perishes. So you must have to have another body. So this is the question. How it makes sense. It's that it is difficult to understand how the results of works done by one body. Since someone did something bad karma, we call heaven and hell concept in every religion that is there. You go to hell and you feel the punishment. But this body is destroyed here. After death, how shall I feel the punishment? This body is gone. But how this body transfers its action into another body? It is a transference of punishment from one body to another. That's not fair. If this body has done something bad, it should be punished. And this body has done something good, it should be rewarded. So that's very natural law. But it is scriptures are saying that you do good karma. If it is not you don't get in this life, then you will get in the other life. Or because of your good karma, you will go to heaven. So that is how it is possible. Again, the Vedic ritualistic works are momentary and ending with the work themselves. How can a perished entity becomes fruitful long after in another world? So Vedic ritual, what we do the performance of the puja. No? Puja has a beginning, puja has an end. The ritual ends. So if the ritual ends, ending of the work themselves, the ritualistic, they end at certain point. It is not eternal, no? Puja does not go continuously day and night all the time. It has a beginning, it has an end. So how can which is perished, destroyed, at the end of the puja, the performance is over. That can entity become the result long after in another world. This world is gone, and in another world, the benefit will happen. So this is the question. And put to this the sage Narada. Narada said, now Narada responded. Narada is the teacher here. Narada says, it is with the same linga sarira. Linga sarira means subtle body. Your physical body gone, but your sense of I is in your subtle body. Physical body is, even you are in a dream, what happens? Physical body is gone. But you experience happiness, misery, pleasure, pain. How? In the lingo sarira, and called the subtle body. What is the subtle body? Your dream body. Imagine what is there. What is there in the subtle body? Every day we experience. Tell me, what is there? You have your ego. That's why you say I. You have your mind. You have your body, but not this body. Similar to this, some body which is not solid, like this. How do you know it is not solid? Well, you know. Now I imagine my dream last night. It is not a solid body. Body was in the bed. This body was in the bed. But you ran in a body, in a subtle body. You ate something. You have some conversation with somebody. All in the subtle body. So the bodies, this body minus this body, you also remain. So who suffers? All suffering and joy is not the physical body does not suffer. Your mind suffers. So you are there. Don't think that you are the physical body, but you think the lingo sarira or subtle body. So Narada's response is this, that it is with the same linga sarira or subtle body with which man performs action here without stop till liberation. So everyone is performing action. Physical body comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. But your activity goes on, continues, as there is somebody in the subtle body. He is going through this, all changes. He is the unchanging here. Gross body is changing, subtle body is longer period of stay as if it is non-changing. But that is also changing in reference to the Atman. That will be later on. But relatively, every day we dream. This changing body and unchanging body, you see the dream in your subtle body. The subtle body continues. Your mind continues. Whether it is sometimes sleeping, sometimes waking up, and sometimes dreaming. So this is the point, that the subtle body, that he enjoys the results of action in the here there hereafter, that is the physical body, is only an instrument of the subtle body in action. And this same subtle body persists even after the demise of the physical body and enjoys the results of its actions. So similarly, when one dies, he goes into the subtle body, and subtle body takes, through the subtle body he experiences suffering and joy or pleasure and pain. So this is a argument that is physical body, though you perform action through your physical body, but actually who is doing the action? Your subtle body. And subtle body does not die, physical body changes, but subtle body remains the same. Same subtle body. That's why you are born in the same mind. We call our sanskaras. We are born, each one is born with their bundle of their impressions that is in the subtle body.
So how long does the subtle body live that make us sharira?
Yeah, it will continue until you know God.
Long time.
Infinite time, or maybe tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
If one can merge the subtle body, I, mind, etc., in God, in samadhi, then body is dissolved. That body will go away. But how long to continue? So long we will not know our real nature. The gross body will leave, subtle body will remain. Again, subtle body's desire is there. He will try to find another body which will be suitable to enjoy that. No? Suppose you want to have some enjoyment, desire. Desire is always for enjoyment. No? I want to have this, I want to enjoy. But you need a parallel, suitable body. No? If you enjoy say, like a grand meal every day, there are people who likes to eat. You should have a suitable body. You cannot take this body, which cannot take more than this much rice or this much plate of food. Those bodies should be befitting to the enjoyment of those desire, fulfillment of desire. You enjoy the um, godly body, you will enjoy the human body, and among the human, muscular body, thin body is different because which will fulfill your need. What is your desire in the mind, and how that desire will be fulfilled. No, so you need to. That's why body changes according to the desire. You enter into such body. There are many cars. You decide what car you want. So how many companies are there, car companies? But you can choose any of them. What is necessary for you? So that choice goes on. Those choices are called.
Buy Rolls Royce, for example.
You can, if you have the desire, you can. You work hard that way. That you do good karma that way. And with that good karma, you earn good money and get a Rolls Royce, and then enter into the car. People will say that Babu is riding in the Rolls Royce. Someone has not that money, they will give it something fit, fit, or less costly or higher. So according to your good karma, you get a good body, and through that body you enjoy that body. But these are all perishable. This car cannot linger longer, but you may live longer. So subtle body lives longer. Gross body comes and goes, comes and goes, comes. In comparison to subtle body, Atman lives longer. Because subtle body changes. And then at the dawn of knowledge, subtle body will be destroyed. Subtle body will not function. And that's called Brahma Jnana. No? So it is in dreams, leaving the gross body, breathing on the bed. No? So as it happens every day with us, in dreams, leaving the gross body, breathing on the bed, what does the subtle body, which may be similar to the gross body, in our dream, you think that you are walking, you are talking. So you remain saying almost it's resembling this body, looks like this, gross body, or even sometimes you may be young, you may be old, you may be another way, no? So you may see your body the same or transformed or changed, goes out and enjoys the fruits of the waking actions. In the daytime, what we have thought, did, all jumbled up, all these thoughts, and that takes a form of your dream, whose subtle effects are stored in the mind. When you did the work, every till morning till now, what we did, its subtle impact is gone to the mind. No, and we every day know subconscious, conscious mind, all functions of cosmic mind settles in the subconscious. It does not get lost. A good thought, good impression. Bad thought, bad impression. Anger, anger will remain. Love, love will remain. So that's why it does not get destroyed. It remains in the subtle body, in the mind. And then, in proper time, out of these things, in the dream, it pops up so many things. Sometimes meaningful, sometimes meaningless. But it happens. But your body, this body is gone for you. So, in the same way, he enjoys the results of his actions with the linga sarira in the hereafter. When one goes away from after death, moves from here to another planet or another level, that time this linga sarira, the subtle body, uh, these enjoys the fruits of what you have done before death. You have done all this karma, as we say, samaskara. It takes you to another direction. Whatever a man identifies himself with, saying, "This is I, that is mine," the object of attachment becomes the source of his actions, and these actions in turn determine his future embodiments. So, what will be you will be in which body? You are the maker of your body. We call you are the maker of your own fortune. God gives us this, we say so, but according to karma theory, you do karma and you are what you want. So, whatever a man identifies himself with, there is a story, the King Bharata, he identified himself with what? With a deer. And he was thinking of deer, my loving deer. And thinking so, he was born as a deer. So, what a different body. You are a kingly body, and now it became a deer body. Because the desire to fulfill the desire, body will be according to that. So, as you are attached. That's why he said, last breath, think of God. So you get attached to God. When you get attached to God, then you live in the realm of divine entity. But normally it happens what? We think of our friends and relatives and all know, we cry and weep and this and that. So attach. Whatever we attach, last time, that will be consequential for my next birth.
But
So
they say like that. Usually, when people don't want to get free, they want to go to the Pitriloka, so that the father is born as the son, and the son again born as the father, like that. So they think of their son or somebody, so that they can come back to that family again.
there is a concept like that. Hindu concept is there. Say, oh, this baby looks like his grandfather. Eh? You know, people say when the baby is born, his face, his features sometimes resemble something. No, he behaves like that his grandfather. As grandfather is born again. Anyhow, so what will be there? Wherever there is attachment, the mind will be colored in that coloring, and the subtle body, that's the mind. I am saying mind, but mind, not only mind, 17 elements are there in the mind. So they will be uh, built, their subtle body will build the next body according to that desire. Now, from the functioning of the organs of knowledge and action, We infer a mind behind them coordinating their activities. No? All the activities, what is going on, even in dream, you can think that there is some coordinating factor. Someone is coordinating all these changes. In the same way, observing the predispositions of the mind, we infer actions done in previous births to be their cause. No? We only say, oh, I am suffering. I have done something bad maybe in the past life. No? Those who believe in the karma theory, or they say, oh, God has given me this. But God, why He has given you like that and the other person another like that? God has no business. He is sitting there and creating all this problem. Your desire, your actions that go into the subconscious. And when you left the body, the mind, what you wanted, according to the need of the demand, then you take a body to fulfill that desire. So it is we are this. That's why Swami Vivekananda in the Karma Yoga, we are the maker of our. He said, we are the maker of our own destiny. We say, oh, this life is going on. I do not know why people do like that to me. All what we are saying, according to karma theory, don't blame anyone. It is your karma. You have done something. No, I never did in this life. I'm a good guy. I am born. No, maybe you have, now you are thinking like that, but there is some karma. It does not come from outside. So this is the karma theory people think. That means positive side is, yes, it is bad that I am suffering, but it is I who can get out of the suffering. Here is the positive side of it. Karma theory and make me feel sometimes frustrated, and sometimes it makes powerful. So this from the functioning of the organs of knowledge and action, not organs of knowledge. What are the organs of knowledge? Five organs of knowledge. Uh, ear, eyes, nose, through which we absorb knowledge and action, hand, feet, etc., etc. These are, we infer that there who is coordinating that. Your eyes are seeing, ears are hearing. Actually, who is coordinating what you see here? I saw, I hear. There should be somebody to coordinate these two things, two experiences. No, I am seeing you. That's one experience, and it is I, and I'm hearing something. I'm moving my hand. That's another thing. All these things, who is coordinating? Who is the coordinator? It is the mind is the coordinator. Step by step. Mind. Because without mind, the senses, organs cannot function. You see, I look like that, the mind is somewhere else. I don't see. You say something, my mind was a little disturbed or somewhere. I don't hear. Hey, what did you say? Well, I told you just now again, you were asking. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear. I didn't hear means you didn't say. You said the same thing. It hit my eardrum, and it carried the sensation to the brain. But mind was absent. Your line was engaged. Uh, so phone line you are calling and the line is engaged with somewhere else. But there should be somebody who will be common factor. All the experiences you will say, I know, I saw, I heard. See, I. The I is actually you go behind the Atman will be coming ultimately, but step by step go. First step is that our all actions of the senses are coordinated by your mind. That's why you know a person is Alzheimer. What is that? Mind is not functioning. Or mind and the sense perceptions are not coordinated. There is some gap somewhere else, cut somewhere. That's why the people who have memory failure, they'll be talking the same thing twice, thrice, four times. They have they will say, I have not eaten anything, just he ate. That's the common problem we hear about the people who are suffering from that. But why it is happening? Mind. Mind cannot coordinate all these things together. So coordinator is the mind coordinator. So, often in dreams, we experience objects that we have never heard or seen or in any way experienced in this life. Sometimes we feel very unusual things which I have never seen, never heard, never experienced. Then where did it come from? Naturally, from this, one has to can conclude that the jiva, individual soul, must have had an earlier birth wherein it acquired those predispositions and experiences of the objects unseen in this life. Because in your mind stock, infinite number of impressions are all there, no? And anything bubbles up, you see that as a reality. That's called the samskara, samskara. Subconscious goes to the subconscious. You churn the subconscious. That's why Vedanta is. That's the difference between Vedanta and Vedanta. Western psychology will say, churn it. Come out, bring out, bring out. If you bring out, how much will come, you do not know. There is no end. Endless deposit of my past actions and thoughts and ideas and experiences are there. And if you want to bring it, you need so many lives to go back again. Therefore, do positive thinking and let that whatever goes out in between, push pass, it will go out, and then you cover it, then it will be all covered by God. That's why Isha Upanishad says, Isha Vashyam. You cover the whole universe with Isha. Isha means the Lord, the God, the Paramatma, the Supreme Nature. Feel that your mind is creating that, and all these thoughts, it will come in dream, it may try to overpower, but this constant process of thinking, new thinking, will cover the whole world with those, and the subconscious thought will be in the subconscious. No, when we filter in some filter machine, in we have a filter machine in a Santa Barbara, we have filter machine, and you put water, and then after that you clean the other day. No, huh? So where the dark thing comes, you pour water and you drank water. That's all. But after some time, you see all the filthy things are settling down in the ground. No, so that is there. But you can just, it is an example that dust gathers there. All our impressions gather there. Now how to clean? Cleaning process is our all spiritual practice. These are the cleaning process. And not that you will be able to clean all your past. That's why sanchita karma. Three types of karma is there. One is kriyaman, what I'm doing now, I'm talking with you, you are listening. This is the karma. This is the kriyaman, what am I doing now? Sanchito, which is accumulated, so much accumulated karma of the life and life and life, this life and other lives. And prarabdha, which is the momentum this life is being forced to carry on. Is the trajectory of this life. So three types of karma. Sanchita means is accumulated. It is potential there. It can give rise if you encourage to bring it out. It will give rise to that type of thoughts, actions, and things. That's why even a good person, when he gets mad, angry, all those subdued anger or thirst, which was they come up at a time. So you are invoking similar type of thing. Our thoughts invoke similar type of thoughts. That's a holy thought brings holy thing, wavelengths, and unholy thought brings unholy waves.
But it is, they say like that also, all these accumulated things, just set the fire of knowledge and it all burns.
But it is there till you put the fire with the knowledge, like me, like you, what happened? It is still here. It cannot raise the head because you are thinking little holy thoughts. And it will go permanently disconnect when you add with the fire of knowledge, then it burns away and it goes away forever. it is not effective on your life. But still, you realize that this is stored in your stock. People gather some weapon. Those people who are planning for something else, they hide their weapon here and there, no? And when they need, they can bring out and shoot. But it is there. You shoot or not shoot, it is here now. It can be effective if you wish it, no? So all the good, bad thoughts are there in the stock, old stock. And that may give rise to its own impression whenever it is a time comes. That's why don't give favorable opportunity to come out those negative things. Rather, you inspire yourself and put yourself in giving some positive thinking, positive holy thoughts and ideas, so that those get encouraged and those come up in the surface, and more that will be absorbing. And then knowledge will dawn. From this, one has to conclude that we have a previous life. That's the point, no? Many people argue this life is all. When you bring this discussion, then it makes you think about that. This life is not all. It can then, there will be no difference between one person and another person. Even the same brothers and sisters in the same family, if your DNA and gene and all these explanations, they're not sufficient enough to prove that why the difference comes. Of course, theory also you can find some flaw, but this is the best, most rational thinking that it is there. You can encourage them to come out, good thoughts. You can encourage the bad thoughts. You can anger. So whatever is there, all these, all these past impressions are stored in the mind. Therefore, it proves that those predispositions and experience and objects you see in this life, so for what has never been experienced earlier cannot be impressed on the mind. Mind cannot get any impression unless you have previous experience, no? You see one person and immediately you ask, what is your name? No? Name and the form. Form is created in your impression, and you correct another thing to name and form, and it goes to the subconscious. Now you see after another 2 days of, oh, you have come, John. How do you know it is John and this experience? It is coming from the stored experience. Your previous experience is there, and that previous experience, when you see the person again, that is culling or pulling out that impression. So any memory presupposes experience, the formula. Any memory you have, it proves that you have a pre experience. You ate lunch. Now, if you say, oh, did you eat lunch? You say, yes, I had lunch. And we have this people who are sitting together, we are talking like this, no? Because you have experienced, then it is a memory. Now it is a memory, no? Suppose there is no such experience, then there is no memory of that thing. So, therefore, they say, for what has never been experienced earlier cannot be impressed on the mind. It is the state of man's mind in his present birth that gives an indication of the nature of his life in the preceding birth. This, we say, this child is extraordinary. Wow, this born and he can play tabla. Is it not? Do you not find extraordinary children? And they were playing some music. Isn't it just this boy giving a big or lecture or oratory? These are extraordinary examples. How it comes? His mom is not like that. His dad is not like that. In the family, no one is like that. So where they come? Where it comes? If it is from mom and dad, so there is the baby is coming with his own impressions. So, and then also you say, oh, this boy, you see, he sits with the mom. and meditates with the mom. I have seen some families where the children are just maybe 2 years, 3 years. They're naughty, they're doing this and that, but mommy goes to that shrine and wants to do something. Then she comes and sits, and he's trying to offer flower, or trying to do fighting to get the flower and give offer it. And some child is totally different. So it indicates your present action is the result of your past action. It proves that you had a life before. You did something good or bad. That's impact is coming. Not all the actions, all the actions, but some of the last wish. That's why we call when we leave the body, remember what you are wishing for. Last wish. Last wish will give the birth, next birth. It can also show whether he is going to progress or become degraded in this next birth. This also can indicate that he is going to degradation. We say, oh, he is born in such a noble family. See, with a bad association, he has gone like that. In India, we normally say all these things. Seeing a child who is born in a noble family and got into drugs and drinking or spending money or bohemian character, they say, my God, born in this family, what he is doing now, no? And another also born in a poor family, see the bright boy, yes, and there's so much renunciation, so much he is a good monk, no? So, so these are the effect of the action of past life. That's indicate past and also indicate the future. That he has great potential, which sometimes. In dreams, we sometimes receive experiences that are totally unheard of, like seeing the stars in the daytime, cutting one's head, the sea at the top of a mountain, these unusual things in the dream you may see. Even these are not completely untrue, only there is a major distortion. You can see things, we see the distorted image, no? Distorted figure. So similarly, you may see something which is unusual, but that you have some experience, but with distorted mind, you accept it, and that remain in your impression, and you are seeing something. And only there is a major distortion. Why? Due to the owing to the influence of the deep sleep state. All kinds of happenings and objects are seen to come in sequence and pass out of the mind. All men are endowed with minds. So all these impressions in the mind must be due to some kind of experience of them in the past. So if you have some impression in your mind, how do you get it? You might have experienced it before. So in your past life or in this life you have forgotten. It is well known that in the mind that has been absolutely pure by communion with the divine, this whole universe with the interrelationship of parts can appear just as the form of Rahu is perceived as a shadow on the moon. So, when you do spiritual practice, then the purity of the heart comes, mind becomes sattvika, then you can see this world is like an appearance, like a shadow. It has no real existence. 70 verse. So long as the beginningless linga sharira, which is an agglomeration of buddhi, mind, senses, and sense objects, all products of the gunas, persists, so long will the sense of I and mine also persist. Now, the very reasonable thing. So long as your beginningless linga sarira means your subtle body, your mind. What is the beginning of your mind? When your mind started functioning? In this life? No, it was in the other life. As you have now understood, mind should be the common factor who is linking all the experiences. So in this life's experience, mind is the boss and it gets settled into the mind. Previous life's experiences all settled into the mind. That's why you call samskaras in the mind. Chitta, that's why chitta is the suppository, a repository of all impressions there. So this linga sarira, mind and the subtle senses, etc., which is a mixture of what? Mind means mind is there, your intelligence is buddhi, your ego is there, and your remembering faculty is there. So all together is the function of the mind. Same mind functions in these four areas: remembering faculty, your intelligence, and ego, and mind. So mind, this all these functionalities of the mind, all they are all products of what? Of the three gunas, sattvika, rajasika, and tamasika gunas. They persist. How long it will persist? So long will the sense of I and mine. I say I, me, mine. So long it is there, your mind is there. And this linga sarira also is there. That means we are bound in the body. Maybe we may be freed from the physical pain, but we cannot get out of the mental pain. Uh, and people really suffer more. Suppose the person has sufficient money, beautiful home, beautiful family, all everything good, but mentally depressed. So you see, mind is another thing. Everything is available around, it's good, but your mind may be depressed, or mind may be up. Even in so many odd situations, mind is cheerful. Like the bhaktas and devotees and the gyanis, they live in the world so cheerfully. They don't get bogged down into it. So long this world will continue, so long you have the idea of I, me, and mine. That's why Ramakrishna said, Ami, I, destroy that I. If the I, identification with this me, that's the cause of all suffering. I love somebody, why? I identify with that person. I don't like, why? I disidentify with. I don't get anything common. Therefore, in spite of the demise of the gross body, if the gross body dies, the linga sarira continues to exist and generate new bodies. Subtle body create a new body again. And he enters into such body. It is said that they select the baby, the departed soul selects his mom and dad, where their wish will be fulfilled, which place it will be fulfilled. Uh, so today's condition, suppose there is so much going on in some Gaza area, maybe. Just imagine. And so many people are in ecstatic fun and joy and dancing and singing. So that soul and this soul, how to find why that soul is born there, why this soul is common here, what is this karma behind? Very difficult to understand. So Vedanta says it is the identification of ego. So long desire is there, the mind is functioning, and mind will select a body from one body to another body to another body, another. But mind remaining undying, relatively undying, till you realize God. Mind will be there functioning till we die. So, therefore, in spite of the demise of the gross body, that means gross body you burn out, is cremation, or put in under the ground, no? But the linga sarira then continues. This body is decomposed, no? Or burnt into ashes. But linga sarira, the subtle body, mind, you cannot burn the mind. By physically putting the body into the fire, you cannot burn the mind. Mind is so subtle. Mind can give up this car and enter into another car. There is some time, no? Suppose you give up one car and you get out of the car and go and select another car. That is the subtle period after death. You are moving for which car you want, which design you like, and where to pay, how to pay, all these things. A negotiation goes on. So this is the period of our disappearance from physical body. But this physical body was one body. That didn't function, you are entering into another body, and another body, another body. And then you get tired one day. I have seen all this. I am no more interested. If someone tells you, will you be born as a cat? I do not know. There may be cat lovers who may say yes. But at least I will say no. Huh? If someone says, will you be like a, say, rat? Will you like to be born as a rat? Hey, why? Why? Because we are born like rat many lives. And we got tired with that rat body and troubled body. Then we selected another body. So this is the continuous thing going. Mind is taking the body, subtle body entering into this. And the physical body is the outer crust, outer shut, outer design, outer costume. But the mind is the inner costume. And there is the inner costume. And then the mind, inside the mind is the Atman. That is a different thing. But we are still discussing here about the subtle body. Rebirth theory. It is there, elaborate discussion on this. Therefore, the Lingo Sarira continues to exist and generate new bodies, that is, instruments through which it may enjoy the sense objects. Every body has its own charm to enjoy the senses. A cat enjoys the food another way in the mouth. The birds with the beak, they eat food one way. We eat food through our mouth one way. Huh? So every animal, every created being have enjoyment in their own way. So no doubt in deep sleep, swan, extreme sorrow, death, and high fever, the sense of I and mine seems to decrease and disappear. Yes, we know that. When you get fainted, huh? So that time your I is gone. Suddenly, a person, due to some reason, he falls senseless. At that point, his all identification with the world goes away. But under such conditions, the I sense only gets attenuated in manifestation due to the weakness of the body and the senses, the instruments of its manifestation. Because this identification with this body gets not destroyed, it is little withdrawn, as it were, momentarily. In the fetal condition and in childhood, the 11 forms of manifestation, the I sense, are not witnessed as in the case of a youth. No? Our ego manifests in so many ways as we grow. No? But in the child, when he is not born, even baby in the mom's womb, that ego is not developed. So whatever is going on, he is unaware. But when it develops in several ways, then people's experiences come. This is only because of the imperfect development of the instrument in the child. Before child's birth or just in the baby condition, ego is not there. But this is happening, disconnection with the body. They don't
But
feel.
if it is the ego is not there, then they say like that according to the nature of the baby, mother behaves like say when Sri Ramakrishna is there, then his mother was having the divine vision and all these things. So similarly, so when the baby is mother, so if the baby is greedy or aggressive, the mother also behaves like the similar way. So then how, if the ego of the baby is not there, how it is controlling mother's
But
mood?
it is in the perception of the baby, it is not there. But his presence is creating impact. That's a different thing. But he himself, the baby himself, is not aware. His ego is not developed at that time. Eh?
To have an eye conscious, isn't it? It's about 3. People are eye conscious, 2.5 to 3. But
Now, Ramakrishna is giving an example. Ramakrishna is a noble soul. When he is in the body, mother is having the experience of gods and goddesses. No, that's true. But as considering the medical side of it, as a baby is there, but he is not aware of his own body or his own senses. That's why we train the child and teach them this is nose, this is ear. Identification is not there. We bring back that awareness. So that is he is saying. It is only because of the imperfect development of the instrument of the child. Child is not yet perfectly developed. When it perfectly developed, gradually he gets as we are. We know this is my nose, this is my eye, my hand, my hair, my feet. This identification is so common, I cannot forget that whole day. But in the before birth in the mother's womb, or the baby is born immediately, they have no sense of anything. But that is imperfect development. Their translation is their development is not full. It is like the moon not being seen fully in the dark fortnight. Dark fortnight of the period, there is moon, but we don't see the moon. As its phases are only in the process of development. Gradually, little is process of development to come out with the light more and more. Though the object of the sensual life may be unreal, samsara does not cease for a man who takes them to be real and dwells on them, as in the case of dream, wherein experiences are not based on real objects but on impressions acquired earlier. So he says, as in the dream, there is no solid thing there, but we enjoy everything subtle, which is imaginary. You're drinking water in the dream is not your mind. You get a good sumptuous meal. Is it not all your mind? You get a good uh, environment and bhajan singing going on. Is it not your mind? So mind takes every form. So therefore it says, though the object of the sensual life may be unreal, this, this life is unreal. It's because it is not permanent. Though it is true, but samsara does not cease. Our this birth and growth, death and decay continues, it continues, does not cease for a man, for whom who takes them to be real. We take it to be real. That's why it does not end us. Those who know it is unreal, they are in the path of illumination. And then they say, what is real? That is the unchanging reality. So it is the so long this identification is there and the feeling that it is real, suffering is there, bondage is there. You cannot get out of it. It dwells on. In case of dream, as in the case of a dream, example, in the dream case, wherein experiences are not based on real objects, all your experiences in your dream is your mental creation, is mind. But on the impressions of acquired earlier. But what you have gathered all the impressions in your mind is mind projecting. You see everything mind projection, though you see it as real, but there is no reality. This linga sarira, which is an effect of the three gunas, is constituted of 16 parts. What are the 16 parts? 11 sense organs, yeah, and 5 tanmatras, subtle objects of elements. We call 17, therefore, we including the Atman. What is in your dream body? You think of your dream body, what are there? 5 organs of action is there, hand, feet, etc. is there. 5 organs of your perception, eyes, ears, nose, they are there. Then 5 subtle elements are there, water, air, fire, etc. is there. And then 5, 3 into 5 is 15, and 16 and 17. 17. What is our mind and intellect, including memory, etc., is included with that. This is called our dream body. And that body is here now. Now also it is functioning. But it is functioning to the physical, so it sees the physical world. This physical part drops, then he functions in his own way.
The questions are
When the pure consciousness acha, is reflected in such combination, it is called jiva. It is in conjunction with this linga sarira, or subtle body, that the jiva acquires an abundance gross bodies. And it is in on account of this linga sarira, subtle body, that we experience joy, sorrow, fear, happiness, suffering. Just as a caterpillar moving from one blade of grass to another does not release the first blade until it has got hold of the another. There's no, it goes one and then find another and then it lifts it. So we also, as human being, we die, but we select before that. That's why we are planning. Pre-planning goes on. If I am born, then what shall I be? This life was, I had no high education. If I born next time, I'll be born in a very rich family and highly educated family. So you are already decided, you are willing to go like that. So accordingly, your body will be formed now. So it is desire. That's why be careful what we desire. Just as a caterpillar moving from one blade of grass to another does not release the first blade until it has got hold of the another, the jiva of a dying man holds on to the identification with the old body until he gets a new one to identify with. So, O king, mind indeed is the factor that keeps man in this samsara. Huh? Because mind is always there and is planning to do what next, what next, what next. When a man is continuously absorbed in action, ruminating over the objects of the enjoyment he has already enjoyed, he is bent for such desire motivated work, and its root, ignorance, will not become attenuated, and consequently will continue to be bound to his actions through identification with them. So there is no end of the journey until and unless you understand that these are all temporary. These are all meaningless, going back and forth with your mind. So that's why Vedanta says mano nasha. Jivan Mukti Vivek and other books, they say destroy your mind, kill your mind. Kill your mind means not brutal killing. Killing mind means don't involve it into the world of reality, which you think, which is permanent, impermanent, which is pain bearing obstacles in life. Rather, train the mind to think of the lofty thought so that mind dies in the infinity. Mind becomes so big, it one becomes one with it. Then is the freedom. Otherwise, you have to come back and go back and come back and go back. There is no endless. So we end on the verse number 78, 29 chapter 78 verse. 4.29.78. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. So we'll have our next class, 7:30. It will be, what is the class? Santi Gita class. Okay, 2, 3 questions are here.
no, many questions.
Migration to a country different from a country of birth, is it due to desire or sanskara? Yes. You migrate from one country to another. Why you go? Suppose you are born in India. Why did you come here? Oh, I'll go to study in UCLA. Is it not? Why do you study in UCLA? Only university in the whole world is UCLA. India, there is no university. I want to get my engineering degree. No, you desire. So it is all the desire in the subtle body directs our actions and our position, where I am, how I am. That's why, in that sense, we are helpless now because it is of the past action. It is going on. Prarabdha. Don't bother about that. Endure it. But do good karma so that you are not to be entangled into it. If we have dispassion to an experience and it leaves no impression on us, is it true we do not gather karma in that situation? I think that cannot be. As you have mentioned, if you have dispassion to an experience, but it leaves no impression, it cannot happen like that. It will keep an impression, maybe feeble impression. Suppose something happened in the same place, 10 people were there. One incident happened. Someone remembers very vividly, other people faintly, other people thought, I was there, I never heard this. Your attention was not there, but its impact is there. সেজন্য the dispassion to an experience, your dispassion means I don't care for that experience. It will reduce the attachment, that much. But it will have a faint mark. As you know, COVID test, faint mark and deep mark. So that is the difference. Faint mark will be there. It means the impact is less. We say, oh, it is COVID, but not so, but it's deep mark. So that is the difference will happen. Will a suitable body choose, will a subtle body choose a future life of suffering purposefully to burn karmas away? That is the, I cannot say for that. Yes, yogis may desire that I will be born so that my all karmas are wasted, bad karmas are gone. I will be totally absorbed in my divine self. But I do not need, no one wants that I should be born to suffer more. Rather, they say, okay, Baba, oh Lord, what have I done? Please excuse me. Uh, Let all karmas go away in this life. Only by knowledge it will go away. Should one prioritize quantity of japa over quality? It's a different question. Yes, quantity over quality. Quality is always good, but to reach that quality, we need quantity. Suppose if we come for 5 minutes and sit and then go away. Many people come, I see. They come driving half an hour by distance, but just enter and 5 minutes they sit and then run away. Will it go in vain? No. It will have some effect. But quantity is also necessary. You sit for 1 hour, then your mind may be going to little cool down to go to that thought, maybe 2 minutes. So quantity helps to come to the quality. And quality is the best thing, quality we want. But we cannot expect the quality at the very beginning. So we use the quantity to reach the quality and then quality to the depth.
So they say like that to come up with one good idea, you have to have thousands of ordinary ideas.
To get to a good idea, you have to pass through thousands of ordinary ideas. When we recite slowly with attention, we do less repetition a day. That's okay. When you recite slowly with attention, that means your mind is getting absorbed. Absorption is coming. And the question is that your absorption is the point of meditation, not counting the number. Counting number helps us to cool down the mind and cool down the mind to get absorption into the mind. Absorption is samadhi, no? Absorption is called dhyana, and a deeper absorption is called samadhi. So absorption should be pointed out. If we chant continuously, there comes a rhythm. And that's also good. Sometimes when you chant the mantra, it may be done rhythmically, and that's also better. Birajanandaji said that the left hand should not know what the right hand has given. So even if we serve holy persons without any expectation, do we still gain purity of mind? No, if for anything you can ask for purity of life. No, we ask for God and it. But even if we do give, when you give selflessly, then you are already pure. If we can give anything to anybody without any expectation, that's your spiritual life. People give and type 10 times, I have given this, and he will praise me or he will thank me. But I don't care for anything. I give it for giving. That's all. I'm free. That is the time we're free. Because you are not again entangled into dependent joy. Someone will smile, someone will praise, someone will say good. No, that's freedom. So that giving itself is a purity.
But even if it is even better that to think I didn't give, God gave it.
Yeah, that means that's the same thing. You are not identifying your gift. So you just give it to give for giving reason, but you are not expecting anything. If God has given me, I am an instrument in the hand. Anyway, ego should be wiped out. If ego is there, it will create trouble. And it brings suffering also. That's why in the Yama and Niyama, it is said, Yama is the Ahisha Sattva Astya Brahmacharya Aparigraha. Aparigraha is a quantity, fifth quality given. Why? You give gift and you suffer. I gave that and he didn't recognize at all. He didn't say that I received it. See, you gave and you suffer. So why do you suffer? He has not, the receiver has not done anything. But why are you suffering? Your expectation is causing you to suffer. So give up that expectation, you are free. And your heart will be joy. I am done like a queen or a king. What I care for someone's praise or blame. Okay, chalo. Another question from caterpillar example, does it mean if one meditates on God, one is born as God? Why you will be born? If you meditate on God and merge in God, you will be God Himself. You need not to be born. But if you are to be born, you will be a holy man. If you think of holiness and we die, and at the end of that thought, as much pure thought is there, that much will be the output. I'll be born in that with that samskaras, with that impression. I'll be holier than before. But to be God, then God is God. You merge in God, then you are not to come back again. No question of coming. Huh? You will be free then. Okay, thank you. So we'll meet you all at 7:30 again. Thank you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
It's 79, right? 79.
All good. Yeah, 17:8 we ended.